Hey guys, first of all, before we start this, I do want to ask you to do me a solid favor and like the video, ring the bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and click on the links in the description to find my content elsewhere outside of YouTube, as well as click on the top link to go to my new fourth wall store. I only have one thing up there right now, but I think you'll like it, and there will be more to come later on. And click on the Teespring store. The link is at the bottom to see what merchandise I have there that you can't get anywhere else. Also, support me over at Patreon and on Venmo and Cash App, and Super Chats are open, and Super Thanks will be open after the premiere of this video. But with that said, let's get into the topic, shall we? Let's get into the topic. You see, today I was on DeviantArt, and I noticed one of the people I subscribed to uploaded a couple of videos of Disney characters in the Disney afternoon making out, or at least on the verge of making out. And I asked them, what did you use to make this happen? And they said they used seeddance.ai, which was being hosted by another AI site called solarin.ai. So I looked into that, and it looks pretty good. It looks decent, if you will. But I only wanted to see what it looked like on a trial period. And then I looked into how much, a subscription would be and all that. I'm thinking, I'm okay right now. But obviously we could tell that there's a lot of AI sites outside of the ones I'm into, the ones that I'm supporting, like HelloU, Kling, Google one, which right now I have to pause that, that subscription because, financial reasons. The VEO3 and all that. But I think you can still do credits. You don't have to be on the subscription service. But anyway, though, the outlets, like I said, I do, like HaloU, VEO, Kling, Pixverse, you name it, Luma. These are ones that I'm behind, and I actually enjoy because they kind of give you, or try to attempt to give you, what you ask for in video and image form. But when I look at something like all these all-in-one outlets, and their subscription prices, I'm like, yeah, those are affordable. But how do we know they're on the up and up? How do we know artlist.io is on the up and up? How do we know that galaxy.ai is on the up and up? We don't. Yeah, they can offer all the same, features and everything through, I guess, partnerships or agreements or whatever with the OG services, and everything, and that's great. But how do we know they're on the up and up? I was looking because the reason I asked this is because I was looking on the subscription page for Artlist, and it said for $19.99 a month, which isn't bad, but for $19.99 a month you get 16,500 credits, which you would think that's pretty good. But then they say you could do this many images with it, and oh, by the way, you could do 55 videos a month with it. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, 55 videos a month? I'm like, what is this? Because when I'm using HaloU or HaloU.ai, and I'm using, VEO3, if you will, and even Luma to an extent, I can make as many videos, as I want in a day. I can make more than that. If affordably I had the credits, I can do a lot more than that within a day, if not within a week, and still have more to use, and still have more to create. So I'm looking at that, and I'm thinking, this sounds, it's like, the monthly subscription's okay, price-wise, but, and the credits are great to have, but really? Only 16,500? For 55 videos? I mean, to me, 16,500 credits, with HaloU in the, with the 512p resolution, 25 credits for 10 seconds deal, with 16,500 credits, I'm like, I can do so much with that within a day and still have enough left over. The same with Luma. I can do so much with that, with Ray 3 reasoning and non-reasoning, draft and not draft. I look at that and I'm like, I can do so much more with that within a... Hold on for a second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. But like I was saying, I look at that and I'm like, well, wait a minute. I could do so much more with those credits, with the other places I'm at, and you're telling me I'm only average at 55. It's like, what are you basically asking for credit wise? Because like I said, with the 512p 25 credits, deal, I can do so much when it comes to Halo U or Halo U. The same with, the same with, Luma and everything, Ray 3 reasoning or Ray 3 non-reasoning, draft or not draft. And I also could do a lot more, believe it or not, with Kling 2.5 Turbo. And you're telling me, oh yeah, we offer all the same stuff, but you know what? You can only do about 55. It's like, to me, that doesn't seem right. Like, if you're gonna offer 16,500 credits, you better be offering almost unlimited video making and image making. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. So look, I have nothing against these all-in-one, streaming, not streaming, but subscription, AI subscription platforms. I have nothing against them. Do what you got to do to get people to, experience what all these other outlets are like. And sometimes you can only experience certain ones like Soren 2, which is new, and you can only get that if you have the Apple iPod right now, or Apple iPhone, I should say. You can only get it through that. If not, through a VPN, or even basically now you can only get it through, like, let's say Artlist, or even Galaxy.ai. You can only get it through these all-in-one sites and not on its own. You can get the original Sora, but you can't get this on its own, and that's kind of like, really? You're not letting people do that? That's kind of weird. But obviously they're going to rectify that in the future. Obviously they're going to rectify that in the future. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But still, it's like, I look at this, I look at this and I'm like, again, if you're going to offer me 16,500 credits, you better be offering me a lot more than just 55 videos a month. You better be offering me almost unlimited. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it makes you wonder how much you'd be spending credit-wise. I'm just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Just putting it out there. But anyway, long story short, like I said, I have nothing against them doing this because I think it's, it's a very unique idea to have them all in one place. The only issue I have is how many credits, are they asking for when you want to do an image or a video. Image obviously is going to be cheaper, or is it? We don't know. Video, yeah, I can understand, but again, how much are you going to be offering? How much are you going to be offering, if you will, when it comes to that? Because again, you better be offering almost unlimited, if you will. I mean, when Kling did their 2.1 master, and they did 100 credits for 5 seconds and 200 for 10 seconds on professional, if you will, and I think that's the only one they have it on right now. But when they did that, honestly, I could do a lot more with that than what is being told, or what I'm being told in, this description for $20 a month, when it comes to Artlist. So to me, if I'm Artlist and I'm Galaxy.ai or any one of these all-in-one AI subscription platforms, if I'm them and I'm offering the opportunity to go out and have all these streaming outlets that you use individually, that you subscribe to individually, all under one roof. If you're going to have that happen, if you're going to have that occur, if you will, then to me, honestly, you better make sure that the credits you're offering for any of these subscription plans better allow people to have more than just what you're telling them. It better allow them to have more opportunities to create more videos, more images than what you're telling them. That's all I'm going to say. Again, I have nothing against it. You want to put them out there, that's fine. You want to put them all under one roof, that's fine. But you better make sure the credits you're offering for each subscription, monthly, annually, you better make sure that people have more than just a certain amount told to them of what they can create. Because honestly, you do that, and it's going to make your all-in-one services go down and make people, be thankful that they are just going individual with what they're utilizing with the outlets like Kling, Halo U, Luma, Google VEO, stuff like Pixverse, you name it, Runaway. It's going to make them glad they are sticking with them individually than just going with you as one place, because you're not allowing people to create as much as they would like, even despite how many credits you're giving them. Because again, the credits, because again, the way you're making it sound is, yeah, you're going to have a lot of credits, but those could go real fast, which is 55 videos? That don't make sense to me. That don't make sense. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about this. And again, I have no problem with it. The only issue I have is I'm basically telling you how much you can make a month, creative-wise. And to me, that's just like a red flag. Well, I wouldn't say a red flag. That's kind of like a yellow flag. Kind of like a warning symbol of, yeah, it's nice to see, the credits you can get, but it's not nice to see what they're saying you'll be able to create. So to me, it's kind of like a yellow warning flag, if you will. Not a red one, but a yellow one. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Comment down below. Like the video, like I said at the beginning. Like the video. Ring the bell for notifications. Subscribe to the channel. Also, click on the links. Also, ring the bell for notifications. Also, click on the links to find my content also outside of YouTube, as well as support me over at patreon.com and at Venmo and Cash App. And also, find me over at the Fourth Wall store, as well as at my OG Teespring store for merchandise you can't get anywhere else. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from each and every one of you on this. What are your thoughts on these all-in-one AI subscription services? Do you think and agree that they should at least give you more opportunities with the credits they offer than just letting you know what you could potentially make within a month? Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment in the comment section below if you're watching this afterwards, and if you commented in the live chat, thank you very much. But give me your thoughts, and until then, I am out.